I'm gonna continue where we last left off. Hopefully everything here is fine. Let me actually... I don't really want to... is it going to let me actually pause that, or is it going to be a pain? Let's say it's going to be a pain. There we go. Now I can actually pause that shit. Yes, no, thank you for not getting in the way there. Alright. Fantastic. Everything seems to be working for now. Let me just go ahead and get rid of that. So yeah, with Dwarf Fortress again, I swear, like, you know, I feel like this is going to be a Dwarf Fortress week, even though I definitely do want to do some more, there goes my brain now, of course, because now, just when I go live, is the perfect time for my brain to malfunction, because that's just how this works. Stardius, there we go. There we go. That's the one I'm trying to think of in the back of my head. So yes, Stardius. I will definitely be getting to some of that probably tomorrow morning, but for now I figured, you know what, let's just keep up with the Dwarf Fortress shenanigans. Actually lower that audio down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so, continuing where we last left off here, where we are slowly expanding the fort further. I'm going to definitely have to get some more bedrooms. We're definitely working into the bedrooms there. We're getting her done. And we got our brand new Legion Commander's room coming along nicely with his all the statues of his glorious victories here. Can I actually, what is the... let me see if I can find... Is it V? No, that's not it either. Few rooms. Let's try this one. Here we go. So yeah, it's T. T is what allows you to inspect this. Or inspect the items. Or either items or buildings themselves or what's in the buildings. So if I go up to this building right here, it'll tell me what's inside of it right now. Which is a little bit of granite probably being turned into an item. So yes, T is what I was looking for. So this is one of the statues. This is the granite statue of the Hollow, which was one of the forgotten beasts he's killed. This is another one, and I'm not sure what the one in the corner is. I think it might be the statue of just him, the dwarf himself. But yes, either way. Right. I also love it that I love the fact that I actually managed to, need refined coal, of course. Wait, why do you need refined coal if you're making that in the magma forge? Huh? That's weird. Let me take a look here. Let me see if I can. Profile, perhaps. Work orders. No active work orders tied to the shop. But there are, though. Huh. That's really weird. Part of me is like, I wonder if I can... I might as well just put it on repeat for now. And then just try to pay attention to that. I see they're sparring away, which is good. How are the animals actually doing here? Oh, what was that alert for? Oh, I see another bard is visiting. Dear Lord, this is truly... This is like the Bard's College. We're just getting absolutely swarmed with them. Let's see here. I could also set them up as being pets. If I really wanted to. Let's go... So we actually don't have that many dogs at the moment. Let's go ahead and war train this dog. I'm actually going to find... Unit list. Let's go for Voron. Voron, Beast Slayer. In his beautiful armor. Alright, my friend. I believe I want your... not your general settings. Preferences, perhaps? Yes, preferences. Work animals. I am going to assign you, my friend, 2 war beasts. So he is going to have 2 war beasts. Let's go to Shorast here, who is the militia commander for the other group. He is also going to have 2 war beasts. So that should be good. Alright. Everything else is going fine there. Now, let me actually take a look at... oh, the fish are always gone. They're going to be gone for a while. So this actually... there's the floor grape there. Floor grape, floor grape, floor grape. Okay, so that part at least seems to be working. The problem that I don't like is the water that's in the middle here. So I want to see... yeah, no, we're not building this out of copper blocks. Because the design that I'm using for the fortress that I'll be doing on Tuesday is very similar to an entrance like this, with the exception being that this section is essentially walled off. Go. And it's not nearly as tall. It's only 3 tiles high vertically. So I'm hoping that by blocking this off, we will see an improvement where the water will have mist, but the water flow isn't going to cause us issues, is my hope and dream. Oh. Well, let me go into that again. Unit list manager. I'm going to delete this. Because for some reason, essentially, it's assigning it to the wrong buildings. So it's trying to build... actually, do I still have that thing constructed? I think it's one more floor down here. I do still have this constructed. Yeah, let's go ahead and remove these. We have the magma smelter now. Thank you for your contributions. We don't need you anymore. Go away. Let's go ahead and... actually, you know what? The wood furnace I will keep because I can make charcoal and ash. Mostly the ash. So I can whip together some potash eventually if I get around to it. Let's go ahead and start building up our tombs a bit more here. Wait. Did I seriously? It's like, damn it, stop trying to build my walls out of copper. I do not wish to build my walls out of copper. Okay, it looks like we actually are out of hornblende. Apparently I can't English now. We're pretty much out of hornblende blocks. So, that being said... where are you actually taking those? Nice. He grew up to become a bone carver. Wow. What a dream this lad had. To one day grow up to be a bone carver. Okay. What am I doing? Let's make at least 100 rock blocks. That should be good. It's funny, too, because when I actually go to build that new fort, I'm going to be setting that to, like, probably 4,000. Actually, let's start off with 5,000, because that'll get us a decent bit of the way into constructing our monstrosity that we are going to be making. I love that my freaking crossbow dwarves are actually doing what they should be doing. Yeah, go ahead and repeat that. We got a lot of idle people now, too, who aren't really doing anything. Let me... get my diggers something to do here. Oops. Yeah, let's not dig through there. Oh, let's definitely get this section kind of hollowed out a little bit. We'll take that. Alright, that's where that kind of ends. I'm definitely going to have to make like an exceedingly large embark for Tuesday, because the amount of rock that we're actually going to need is going to be insane. Like, I'm going to have to dedicate entire floors to just being hollowed out like this to provide the raw materials needed for the beast of a construction that I'll be doing. The one thing that kind of sucks is that... let me go ahead and connect this here. We won't initially have access to things like the therapist, which isn't the end of the world. But one of the things that... let me actually go ahead and pull that up here quickly. If I can find my controller properly here. There we go. Oh no, it actually did show up. Good, I didn't have to relink that this time around. Fantastic. So, we won't be able to see, like, sort our dwarves by migration wave or anything like that. They just kind of show up and get added to the pile, which I'm not a massive fan of. I do like being able to kind of, you know, manually assign my dwarves a little, or not manually assign, but to see who just joined, so I know what kind of talent, you know, my fortress has just acquired. So that's my only gripe in a way. Alright, resume. No more fishing. No more fishing, eh? How is this doing, actually? Oops, I meant to go here. So, it is perfectly linked basically all the way down. Nice. So, that being said, let's see if we can get this sucker going. So, let's go all the way down the bottom. Alright. Let me check my notes here. Let's go ahead and have somebody pull that quickly. Uh-oh. A forgotten beast, Osnon, has come. A gigantic vulture with external ribs. It has 3 long spiral horns, and it appears to be emaciated. Its clear feathers are fluffed out. Beware its deadly dust. I just realized there's actually a way that I could potentially get into the fort. Alright. Cave defense. Go, 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 go. Because I didn't realize there was actually a hole in the roof here. So that is a potential way that they can get in here. So I'm going to have to build... Oh, wow, I'm actually going to have to... Okay. That's going to be interesting. So I have to remove this first, and then build an upstairs, build a downstairs, and then floor it in, and I'll be good to go. Oh, fuck, sorry. Thank you, Shade. Apologies, my friend. I always seem to forget that. Well, I guess that's the one upside of not having the therapist, is that I will no longer forget that I have it on screen. Alright, where is this thing? And it's not even on my map anymore. That's fun. Alright. That's flooded nicely. Hold that now, please. So you should be properly hooked up to... Oh, nope, we're missing pieces here. Ah, I see why. Very silly of me to not include the up-down stairs here. But once that is completed, then this should be hooked up to the power, and we will be able to instantly start the stack. Yeah, we'll need a little bit more water, but not by much. Oh, apparently...
No more fishing.
Give me a hot second. I have to check for something. Hey, Red and Foxy, welcome. What are your thoughts on the Steam release? Is there anything specific, the updates coming that you're excited for? I love the Steam release from what I've seen of it. I am very excited to hop in and try things out. I am planning on pretty much going crazy once it releases, and I already have basically the project that I'll be doing is a mega fortress, which is essentially a massive inverted pyramid fort, above ground inverted pyramid fort, I should say. I finished designing it, I believe, yesterday, and the total is around, I think it was 19,600 blocks is what it's going to take to complete the thing. So, very excited to see that, get that going. There's a lot to be excited about with the Steam release. Just some of the stuff that's been worked on, some of the enhancements that have been made to make the game, in some cases, more viable for certain aspects. But, yeah. Either way, we'll see how things go. The UI is definitely going to be an interesting change. We'll see how well the military behaves. That's a big thing for me, is how well is the military going to behave, because that's probably my biggest gripe with Dwarf Fortress at times. But give me a hot second and I will be back in a moment. Yeah, no problem. Part of what I'm Oh, that's weird. Hey, thank you for the follow. Good sir. Hopefully that was actually. I might still need to tweak the audio on that. Let me actually, because that still seemed very quiet to me. Let me go ahead and raise that up slightly here. Thought I increased the volume on that, but it could be media. Let's crank that up to like 25. Excellent. All right. Now where the heck is that Forgotten Beast? Oh, whatever. He'll show up eventually, maybe. Possibly. Okay. What are you doing there right now? Oh. Wait, why are you drinking from that? Oh, God. Why do we have so few drinks? Probably because we aren't, where is my... Where the heck did I put my woodcutter, or my carpenters? For some reason, I'm thinking that I had set up an area for them, but I might not have done that. So it's still just the surface one? Huh. Okay. Let's make a couple more barrels just in case. Let's also get some bins as well. Alright, that should be good. There's a mod you say you'd like to see coming to the game, introduce a larger audience would be the idea around it. Well, actually, to be honest, the one mod I want to see in the Steam version is an existing mod, Masterwork Dwarf Fortress, which has a whole bunch of different races you can play as, different systems to it, magic systems, and all kinds of cool stuff. So that's honestly the #1 mod I would love to see get reintroduced. Ah, nice. We made some more Forgotten Beast bone bolts. They're digging out that. Very nice. Did we not... Okay, let me go ahead and check here and see if they have built this or not. They did. Okay, good. So let's test it out then. You know what? I really just need to... Let me set my own hotkey here. Hotkey, let's go. F7, zoom here. Okay. Pull that right now, and that will enable the power plant. Well, not enable the power plant, but it will link the power plant up to the existing network, which will start my waterfall generator. Likely be updated quickly as MEF charges the mod right now. I believe so, yes. And from what I heard, because I was actually talking about this on the Kit Fox forums under the Dwarf Fortress section, and at least one person on there who I believe was responsible for keeping up DF Hack had mentioned that because, or maybe it was ClivDev or whatever. One of them, either way, one of them had mentioned that because of the way that mod is, it might not be something that's difficult, quote-unquote difficult, to port over, but we'll have to wait and see. Come on, boys, go trigger that switch. I want to see my... Let's actually double-check here. He is pondering the sun! But I still don't see where that Forgotten Beast... Did that Forgotten Beast literally come into my fortress and then leave? Yeah, we'll see. Oh, there we go. It's linked up, so let's go up top now and see if that is doing what I hoped it would. Oh, nope, because I forgot. The silly me that I am. Let's see here. Yep. Yep. I forgot to link things up properly because I am silly. Vertical axle. Actually, do I want to... You know, we'll just do the vertical axle here. And I also forgot to add in the gear assembly here. So, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But yeah, so, I mean, I really do want to see Dwarf Therapist get updated, but of course that'll require DF Hack, I believe, as well. But I do want to see that get updated relatively soon, simply because I like being able to see dwarves again by migration wave that come into the fort, and unfortunately, that's even now that's not a something you can, I guess, do with the new version, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? All right, now I'm just gonna wait for them to come and build this, and we should be good to go. Here he comes, and let's see here. Hey, we got power. And she is running, so we should be pumping now. Pump the water. Alright. This is for the duo. This is for the main. So let's go ahead and have somebody quickly pull the main now, please. And that'll open this up and start filling the room. The scholar is visiting. I swear, this fortress is Scholarville. There's so many people that are just showing up to hang at this place. There we go. The room is very quickly filling with water, so let's go ahead and pull the dual lever as well. And let's see if the waterfall is working a little bit better now. I'd love to see a multiplayer D&D type. I mean... That would be interesting. I imagine you could somehow do something with adventure mode for that, but with the way the game is kind of coded, I don't know how viable that is to do. Would be cool, but I don't know how viable that is to do. There was something it'll either work or not work. Yeah, there was something someone was working on for multiplayer, which I think was simply that you could have a single map where, or maybe I'm thinking of RimWorld, I don't know, but either way, I thought there was something that somebody was working on for, to at least have forts be able to interact in a weird way. Whether that was just that you would see them on the map or... Oh, great. And then somebody rang my doorbell. Great. Be right back. And of course, then they call me now. I really need to put that on mute. All right. Do. All right, let's get to it. So, things seem to be working properly now with this design. So, we're getting the mist generated. How much is getting generated? Pretty decent bit. And some of it is getting into the center. But the problem is, this right here is what I'm trying to prevent. Which is, I don't want there to be, like, mud here. I don't want the water to... Because it should be dropping right here and then siphoning off through the sides and falling down to the lower level. But as long as it doesn't build up more than one, honestly, that'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. And I could potentially prevent that by having only the central stair and then just putting doors on either side. That way, as they're transitioning through the middle, they will have the mist. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's floor this in here. And no, I'm not using... Wait. Why do we have a tetrahedrite block? That's kind of weird. They were not supposed to be using that, that's for sure. We'll just use straight granite. And we'll see how this works. It is very viable? Interesting.
Now I need to think of something else to torment you with.
Oh great, what's the mayor want now? Oh, so he ended a mandate, okay. He doesn't want anything right now. What honestly the biggest issues I have with Dwarf Fortress are kind of being fixed right now, in the sense that the military, kind of like, that in a way it's already kind of been fixed as well, because for the longest time dwarves were not properly, like if you set dwarves to train like regular melee dwarves, they'd end up training a lot of useless skills rather than actually training their weapon skills. That was something I know that was patched potentially a while ago and started to function more. The other thing being that I'm not sure, because I know this was something that was kind of being addressed with the Steam version, but I'm not 100% sure how well that's going to work, was ranged dwarves. Mark's dwarves are the most infuriating thing in the world. They really are. Because they have the unfortunate issue of not properly equipping either the weapon or the quiver that you have told them to equip with ammunition, and then essentially they will run up to their position while not having what they need to be effective, and then the moment that they engage in combat, or even if they magically bring their crossbow and their bolts, they will fire all of their bolts, and then they will, rather than doing what you would think Mark's dwarves would and should do, leave the area, grab more ammo, come back to their position, and keep firing. Instead, what they tend to do, if you don't lock them in a room where they're, able to fire from, is they will jump off the walls, rush up to the enemy, and start bashing them with the crossbow. I'm just like, what crack are you on that makes you think that that's a good idea? I know Masterwork Dwarf Fortress slightly offset this by basically adding bayonets to crossbows, as sad as that is, but that is honestly my number one gripe for the military, is that the ranged dwarves are just incredibly stupid in that they will either not equip themselves properly, or they will not act properly in a lot of cases. And you have to, handhold them a lot to get them to work properly at times, which is mildly aggravating. Do I actually still have a... Oh, that's just a dyer's shop. So where are you actually moving with that? Or you just... Oh, he's just taking it to the mason's workshop to make it into something, I see. But... Oh, there was one other thing that I would like to see get added, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I had it in my head for a second there. Oh, crap. I can't remember now. Damn. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come back to me eventually. Is the hope and dream. Alright. Oh nice, we got some more pigs. Needs plump helmet spawn, because of course you do. Petitions available. Sure, go ahead and reside here. He's reading a codex. Dear God, what is wrong with me? There's a couple of fire imps down below. How's this doing now? Oh, what are you mandating now? 2 bolts? That's perfectly fine. We're making some anyway. Yeah, I might need to redo this design slightly so that there's doors on either side of this. And just have the straight channel down the middle here anyway. Because honestly, we don't need to have a stairway, or we don't need to have this open more than one, or what the heck, more than one stairway for them to go down, because it's not like they're going to run into each other down the stairs or anything. Now, here's the question. Oh. We might have to cut that off slightly, because one thing, it looks like there's not enough drainage down there, so it's actually going to eventually flood. So let's go ahead and kill the power for now. And that will allow it to drain, and then I can just dig out the channel a little bit more to make it...
I'm going to keep this thing.
Oh, nice. He grew attached to his copper shield. Fantastic. Oh, wait, was that a random elf here? Huh. Yeah, it was an elf animal caretaker, traveler. She heard that this was a place to entertain people. I mean, if you look at my tavern, I would say this is a pretty good place to entertain people. Artist, visitors come perform. Wait, hold up. Excuse me? There's a goblin poet here? There's 2 goblin poets here? Oh my god, that is hilarious. You gotta find it. Oh my god, this place is such an entertainment hub of the world that we've got humans, elves, dwarves, and freaking goblin poets all coming here to party in my tavern. Oh my god, that is so funny. That is absolutely funny. Oh boy. What a place this is. And even the dungeon master is in there. Everyone just wants to party. Oh boy. Alright, military. Oh boy, let me actually... Oh, let's pull the main cave bridge here so that they can actually get to fixing that. Come on, you stupid thing. Hold that now, please. Let me make sure that... Good, the power's been shut off, so... This should not be flooding anymore. Okay, that's done. Is your room actually finished yet? 'Cause... No. I might have to tweak this more, because clearly we're not, my dwarves are not seemingly able to make a masterwork, table. Need better stonesmiths, clearly. God, this reminds me, because earlier today I managed to find a old video of mine from Masterwork Dwarf Fortress, and I clipped a section of it, which was rather interesting, because essentially what happened was, and I never tweaked anything. I never tweaked anything to make this happen. But essentially, oh my god, who? Why do I keep getting called? You know what? I'm gonna have to answer this because otherwise they're gonna keep calling me back. Pardon me for a second. Alrighty, sorry about that. So as I was saying, and also I should probably get this closed off here as well. Otherwise it's going to keep flooding down anyway. So I managed to find that fort and get it marked up, and essentially what happened was, because of, a terrain apparently, my tongue is just, ugh. Because of a terrain generation glitch, there we go, those are the words I'm trying to say. Also, is this, why is that there? No, whatever. Essentially, a certain material in the mountain, and I have no idea which material, but whatever it happened to be, a certain, maybe a dirt or ore or something, was converted in the terrain generator into adamantine. So I essentially spawned into a fort where half of the, well, not half the mountain, but like 10% of the mountain was made out of adamantine. And to say the least, I took very much so advantage of that, making adamantine walls, adamantine roads. I had adamantine golems, full sets of adamantine, and the interesting thing was, because it was technically was adamantine, but it also technically wasn't, because it was via a glitch, so I had to find a workaround for it, and luckily, since I was using Masterwork, I was essentially able to grind that, that specific, block of adamantine into adamantine dust, and was then able to smelt that into wafers that could be used for, or bars, whatever the case might be, and was able to use that to make all the adamantine gear, blocks, everything that I wanted. I had statues made out of adamantine. It was probably one of the most ridiculous playthroughs I ever had. It was actually, I believe, Season 9 of my Masterwork series. Some damn good times that was. And then we eventually broke into hell and attempted to battle the demons there. Downstairs. Just wait for that to be completed, and then I can floor this in, and we'll be good to go. And then I can disassemble this. God, we have a lot of idlers right now that are just sitting around doing nothing. Let me go ahead and pull up the therapist here quickly. I think what I will do is I'm going to globally... Yeah, I'm going to just enable plant gathering for everybody. Actually, can I? Just to be safe, I'm going to floor in the whole section there. Excellent. He said Dwarf Fortress was still in early access, the room was more polished and had more things to do. Someone talked to Toady today and had something interesting to say. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think to him Dwarf Fortress will ever be finished, because there's always more to add. But it's one of those things where it's like, he was always... It's his baby in a way, so he wants to be able to have kind of the control of it and everything. You know, that's why he's been very reluctant, or at least in my opinion, from what I've read before and kind of heard people say before, he was kind of reluctant with other people really diving into the code and doing things themselves. Yes. Oh boy, you bet it, Mon. I have already have a mega project planned for release. I'm going to be building a massive inverted pyramid fort. It is a 19,600 some block monstrosity, and I am very much so looking forward to it. Okay, let's go ahead and gather some plants. So a lot of people are designated as plant gatherers, so let's go ahead and give them something to do. Oh yeah. I already have the design, actually. Let me see if I can. I could probably just pull up one of the images. Let me pull up one of the floors that I have kind of designed here. This is going to be layer 6. So this is my my guide to building the pyramid here. This is layer 6, which is essentially the military quarters, the hospital, and the tavern. So that is layer 6 out of 10. So I already have it pretty much completely designed out, ready to go. There's only going to be, I think it was 164 bedrooms though, so that's going to be interesting. I might have to see if I can limit the max dwarves to 150, which honestly should be decent enough as is. But we also have, I believe it was 16 nobles' quarters all designed out and so on, so yes, I have multiple layers of that, but the problem being, it is a beast that is, again, 19,000 blocks plus. So I don't even know if we're going to manage to complete it. Most of the floors are going to have to kind of be built simultaneously, so it's going to be more of an awkward tower until it is 100% complete. Not to mention that it is all going to be made out of blocks, so I'm going to need an extra large sized embark location in order to have enough room to do that. Oh, a miners guild has been established. The Deep Hall. Interesting. I'm going to have to... We're going to need a new guild hall. Do. Let's see. Is that enough for 2 on either side? Perfect. Good enough. There we go. But yes, I am very excited to dive into the Steam version. Oh yeah. Might need to add more rooms underground. Yeah, I might, or I can always add more to the top at some point. Because the what is it? Let me actually double check here. Because I'm hoping not to have more than 200, so we'll see. But I can always add another layer on top or something, or maybe... yeah, no. Maybe I could add like a, what's the word? Because they're pretty sizable rooms. But I could add a slum, per se, to the outside of the fort, where it's all just, 2x2 tile rooms made out of wood or something. And that's what the last few dwarves actually get to have. What's the largest DF save you've ever seen? Good question. I'd have to look back into my files to find out. Honestly, they get about as large as they can until the game crashes and just doesn't want to run anymore. Or until the lag gets so bad that it just becomes unplayable. Like, that's usually what kills my forts at the end, is either everyone dies to a dragon or something, or lag. I would say 9 out of 10 times the thing that destroys the fort is lag. Which also does make me a little concerned with this, the fort that I'm doing, because or going to be doing, because that is definitely going to be a lag magnet. Okay, let's go ahead and start disassembling this. 1.8 gigabyte, damn. That's a hell of a save. Okay, let's go ahead and permit passage here. There we go. So with them digging that out, we shouldn't see this flood as easily. Oh god, yeah, no, I've been, let me see here. What's the oldest video I have? Let me check YouTube here quickly. Let's see, what is the oldest? History. Hopefully it doesn't autoplay, which it might. Videos. Sort by... Oh, you're not going to let me just go by the oldest, are you? Of course not. Why would you? That would be too easy. In that case, I'm going to have to use the actual studio to do that, which likely what I'm going to have to do there. Content. Alright. Let's see here if I can go... Rows, let's go... First page, but no last page, apparently. Let's try by 50 results and see if I can click all the way back there. Yeah, no, this is gonna... Because I got, like... It would probably be easier if I just looked at the other ones. Let's see. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm very easily going to be... I used to be able to just look at the oldest one that I had, but apparently it's not going to do that for me right now. Apparently they removed that option, which is kind of aggravating. Let's see. But God knows I've been playing it since the original release of, like, vampires and such. Okay. Here we go. The very first, 2014 was when this playlist... Well, that was the last updated. Let me see what the oldest video on this playlist is. Let's see here. I believe this might be one of the oldest ones there. Oh, great. I even had a tie for some reason. That was 10 years ago, this one. Damn. This was June 2nd, 2012. Damn. So that is one of the oldest videos I have on there. So that is way back then. Alright, let me go back on here. Looks like an old game? It technically is. I mean, I literally just mentioned that I pulled up my oldest video, one of my oldest videos on it back in 2012. Oh, it is a very good game. It is a very good game. They are releasing a new version on Steam that is a lot more user-friendly, or beginner-friendly, I should say, than this version. Yeah, 2002. So it took... I can't remember when. I'd have to double check too, because I'm not even sure if that's my oldest video, but that's the oldest one I could find quickly, basically. But yeah. Yeah, it has a clickable UI. It's much better. You don't have all of the kind of menus all buried in menus here trying to figure it. So it is a much more kind of modern look, I should say. Oh yeah, the tile set looks really nice. It's got the audio built in, which is just really nice. So, let's get those collected if we can here. So yeah, workshop. Yeah, workshop by default is very exciting. You know what? Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna have these guys go back to training. Oh yeah, there is war. Typically what happens is once the value of your fortress gets to a certain point, you're likely to trigger a goblin invasion. That is typically your main enemy is the goblins. So you will have them potentially attack you. I don't believe, and this was something mentioned recently that I believe where it was saying that dwarves won't necessarily go to war with other dwarves, but you can go to war with humans, you can go to war with the elves, which is always fun. And the easy way to make that happen is essentially if they send a trade caravan to your fort, just disassemble the trade depot and you will basically steal all their stuff and make them very, very, very angry at you. I've actually done that before a couple of times, and yeah, they do get very, very annoyed with you for doing that. But yes, you can also just order your dwarves to kill them. And of course, now they're going to go all train. Let me actually go ahead and set the priority on this to be higher so it'll get out down here and actually get it done. So I can turn my waterfall generator back on. But yeah, I'm definitely loving what I've seen for the UI, and it's nice that... Ooh, a human dancer is visiting. Lovely. It's nice that they do have the tutorial now as well. Sure, go ahead and entertain people. Why not? To make it easier for people to kind of get started in the game. There's also a lot of other helpful tutorials, although they're going to be slightly out of date until we get going with the new version. Because with how the UI is changing so massively, if you were to watch a tutorial now for this that other people have made, it will not be very accurate because of that. Yep, and you can even switch it to classic mode, which is the ASCII AI. So all letters, numbers, and symbols. Oh, for some reason, we have a lot of animals just kind of running around here. Right. Let's go ahead and make this the pen. We have a giant cave toad that we captured, apparently. Alright, let's take a look at that. Personal fave, still the newfangled UI. Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, just like, for example, with the new UI, you can essentially open up the workflow tab, or I'm trying to remember the name, but essentially you can bring up their work orders. You can see which dwarves are essentially skilled in different things, different job types, and you can then enable them, either enable only, specific dwarves can do this job, or everybody can do this job, and select them accordingly. And that would enable them to then do that job. Whereas if I were to do that, just in-game as is, I would have to essentially go to the dwarf. I would have to go to, let's see here, labor, so B. I think it was labor. Let's see here. MISC. No, not MISC. That just displays their labor. Okay, status. It's been since I've actually used this. Preferences, I believe. Yes, preferences. Occupation. That's for tavern keeping and all of that. Whoops. V. Labor, there it is. Labor. And then in here, I can actually enable and disable it. So I can enable mining, woodworking. I can go into woodworking, enable carpentry or not. And so on and so forth. So this is how you would have to enable that. But the problem is, like, okay, but how skilled is he at those jobs? So it makes life a little bit difficult to kind of see, well, how skilled of a miner are you? You can go to the General tab and then kind of see that he's an accomplished herbalist, a competent woodcrafter, although he's getting rusty. So if I wanted to enable woodcrafting, then again, I would have to go on to him and go preferences, labor, go down to woodworking, woodcutting or carpentry, or go down to, where is the other one here? Crafts, and go woodcrafting and enable that. So it makes life, it's a lot more difficult having to figure out, like, where is the one menu I'm looking for? So to have stuff just displayed on screen ready to go is really, really nice. Yeah. RimWorld does a lot of things well, too, for that, and I really hope to see more of that from Dwarf Fortress. I still can't for the life of me remember that one thing that I wanted to see. What was it? I definitely think that dwarves that are assigned... I almost think that dwarves that are assigned as siege engineers should be a batch of the military, so that their job is only to reload the siege engine and then fire it and then reload it. And not just kind of man it, fire it once, and then run away and never, you know, man it again. That's something I definitely would like to see changed. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, he grew up to become a peasant. How lovely. Have we still not built the masterwork table yet? We have not. Well, I'm gonna have to tweak that then, because we need to get this guy a table, and I don't want to have to keep waiting for it. So let's make it at least an exceptional quality, bare minimum. So hopefully they will get that built here quickly then now. But yeah. It's funny too, because another reason why I love Masterwork Dwarf Fortress is that there's a lot more different kinds of things that can raid you. I recall one time during a playthrough of Masterwork, I had a Balrog show up to the fortress, and this was actually a fortress that was bordering a... I tried to build it on top of a sheet of ice, essentially, but only one section. It was mostly tundra, and only a section of it was actually a sheet of ice. So what essentially happened was the Balrog chased some of my dwarves around the sheet of ice, and because it had a flame aura, it actually melted the ice. Welcome, Fuda. It actually melted the ice from that iceberg area, which then kind of went around him and froze instantly. So he basically trapped himself inside the ice shelf. And he couldn't get out. And every time he'd walk around, all he did was melt the ice and it would freeze around him. And it was freaking hilarious as shit. And he did eventually escape. They look like Pokemon, I know, right? But he did eventually escape right in time to fight a giant humanoid god leading a goblin army. And I thought there was going to be some epic battle between this Balrog and this giant humanoid god leading a goblin army, but unfortunately, it died relatively quickly after fighting the goblins, which I found to be hilarious. And that left me to kind of take on the giant humanoid god. Yeah, I mean, fuck. And the same thing can be said for the Adamantine fort. That fort was just insane. I almost want to see if I can find the save file for that fort, because that was some good times there. I probably have it somewhere, because I've never really deleted versions of Dwarf Fortress or Masterwork, so it's got to be there somewhere. And they are sparring quite a bit there. Oh yeah, no, I have taken the day off. I am raring and ready to go for release day. I absolutely can't wait. Let's see. I don't think I'll have to smooth anything here. Oh, I might need to smooth this out, actually. Let's go ahead and get that engraved. get some doors. Let's take a look and see if they finally built that table. They finally did. Make that into the dining room for this epic room for good old Voron, the Beast Slayer. And I can see his statues have also completed too. So there's the statue of Voron, the Beast Slayer, in the corner. There's the statue of Thudel, the one of the forgotten beasts that he slayed, and the Hollow, the second forgotten beast that he slayed, with his mighty spear. But yeah, no, I am 100% going to be going crazy on this during Tuesday. And also, wasn't there any... Let me double check here. So yeah, no, it has to be smooth first. Okay. Because I know that in one of the rooms, possibly his, there was a depiction of our frilly glove that we had there. Let's see if I can find it. Hey, thank you for the follow, good sir. That's a bit louder. I might still need to crank that up some more. Thank you for the follow, though, Joe. I'm gonna try cranking that up a little bit more still. That still seems to be too darn low, I swear. Alright, let's crank you up to like 35. I might as well crank the rest up as well, because if that one is being as low as it is, then the rest of them as well are going to be the same. So let me crank them all up to about 30 or so. Alright, that should be good, hopefully. Perfect. Now, where is it? Killing the dragon. That one is a different one, because we never killed any dragons yet. This is the dragon that wiped out this fortress originally. Okay. That's for a rock, which is not what I'm looking for here. The dragon, yeah, sizzle branded, the gem of furnaces, that's the one that, again, wiped out the fort. Relates to the killing of the dwarf. Artwork relates to the killing of the dwarf. They like to repeat things a lot. Must be in the, I think it was in the leader's quarters somewhere then here. Somewhere here is a, engraving to the, legendary, to the artifact we had. Here we go. This is one of them, at least. Engraved on the wall is a well-designed image of Target Riddle, the frilly cave spider silk left glove, by Vukar Emerth. There we go. That's one of the ones I was looking for. But there was a better one, though. Ah, whatever. But that is at least one of the ones there, so good enough for now. Okay, our drinks are back up again, so I don't need to worry. Food stores overall are kind of ridiculous, so we really don't need to worry. Oh, boy. What are you doing in here, you champion, you? You are drinking right now. Fantastic. Keep up the good work. I've also equipped him. If I can go to your inventory. He should be equipped with a full adamantine set as well. He's got the breastplate, the helmet, shield, greaves. So I think he's only missing boots right now. Yeah, I still need to get some adamantine boots built. Oh, the Nutri images, or are you talking about these ones? Oh, the new ones, yeah. They're definitely interesting. How's the water levels here? Looks like my power plant might run out of water soon. Oh, let me actually get somebody if they... I don't know why they haven't already. Let me enable some of these idlers to work in the pump operating. Unless I locked... Did I lock the door? I did lock the door. That's exactly the issue right there. My bad. Whoops. Alright, how's the bed chambers going? Looks like they mostly doing good, though I might have to. Let's make another 40 beds. That should be good. Definitely have a lot of blocks now, so that's good. We're going to need them all eventually. Are you actually satisfied now? Good. Yes, he is very satisfied. Let me see if I can pull up. View rooms. So he has a decent office. There's one great bedroom that has no owner, apparently. So I guess all of his stuff is only decent. I wonder why. And yet there's no information when I try to bring it up. Well, whatever. It is what it is. Anyway. Oh, good. He's actually practicing. I love it when the ranger dwarves are actually practicing properly, because that was another issue that they had for the longest time, where they would not practice. They would just essentially equip their quiver and their bolts, their training bolts, I should say. They would fire one round, and then they would just kind of idle for the rest of the season, which was annoying as hell. So we actually do have 12 wafers, so I better get his boots built finally. There we go. Might as well make this an extra big tomb. There we go. It's always funny because I treat the dead at times better than the living. Oh, speaking of which, that's actually one thing that that is one thing that I completely forgot to build in the Pyramid Fort, was a crypt as well as a prison. I do not have either of those, though I do believe there should still be some undesignated room. From scratch or microwave popcorn? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have done some from actually I ended up getting gifted a popcorn maker that it's one of those like little red classic ones, but I've never actually used it yet. It's just kind of sitting in a sitting in a closet. I really do need to use that thing. I'm pretty sure I have the kernels around here somewhere too, so I should be good to go if I really want to. But yeah, no, that is I do love me some popcorn, because it's one of the better snacks you can have, simply because it's as healthy as you want it to be, essentially. Yep. Oh, apparently they're all hanging out in here. I see all the bookcases were built. That's good. So they're either hanging out in the library, discussing the moon and the tides. They're all discussing the moon and the tides. He's just reading a bound codex. Yep, you can trade all kinds of stuff. If I go up top here, this is the trade depot right here. So right now, nothing is currently request. So no traders are here. But when they show up, I can just have them bring a bunch of goods there to trade. I can straight up trade ore. Or I can... what I usually do is, in the beginning, the first year, you want to trade just basic trade goods that you manage to whip together. Like rock amulets. If I go into the crafts dwarf here, under crafts, I can just build like rock mugs or maybe some toys or rings, make a rock crown, whatever you want to make, and then maybe encrust a gem or something into it quickly to, if you really want to be getting something relatively decent, because the first caravan you get, you're not going to be able to afford much at all. But after that, I find that I tend to trade high value food, because by then I have dwarves that are fairly highly skilled, and they are able to produce very valuable food items. So I can essentially buy out an entire caravan simply by trading 2 containers of food. They require a guild. The Deep Hall requires a guild hall. It is a miners guild. I approve of your request, which is why I already started building your guild hall. Let's go ahead and lower the quality down, because I don't necessarily care. Do I have... Let me double check here. Because those are the temples. Do we even have... I don't think we actually built one yet. I could have swore we had a guild hall, but I think it might have been in the last fortress. Alright. Meeting area, assign a location. Add a location. This is a craft guild hall. A miners hall. Alright. There we go. Let's get a nice statue here. Statue of a hamster. That's funny. Sure, let's get that one in there. That seems to be a decent one. There are a decent amount of ores, yes. If I go to... Let me go down on the smelter here. That'll give you an idea. Okay, not the magma forge, the smelter. So there's hematite, limonite, and I'm going to butcher these. Garnerite, native gold, native silver, native copper, malachite, galena, sphalerite, cassiterite, native platinum, tetrahedrite, horn silver, bismuth ore, magnetite ore, native aluminum ore, and then from those you can make different, you can combine the different materials to make different bars as well. Bronze, billion bars, fine pewter bars, trifle pewter bars, and so on and so forth. I wouldn't say there's 500 different ores unless you're including, like, gems and the different, like, what's the word? Different, stones and stuff like that. Like, if you include all of those, then maybe about that. But ore specifically, there's only, like, what is it, 12 types? So yeah, if you're including, like, all, like, galena, schist, granite, and so on and so forth. If I go into stone here, there's all of these ones, too. Alabaster is used to make plaster powder. Bismuthine, bismuth coal, calcite, cassiterite, chalk, so on and so forth. Limonite, limestone, lignite. So there is a pretty decent amount, but I don't think 500, but if you include everything, it might be up there. Anyway, I digress. Rock and stone, brothers. If you what the heck was it? You ain't going home if you don't rock and stone. Yes, I also do love that game as well. I really do need to get back on that one. I really do need to. Especially with their new update, yeah, like I need to... I did not farm nearly enough of the stuff in the last update. The issue is simply that there's just too many games. There's just straight up too many games. Oh, let's go ahead and start planting some barley, actually. I guess I can actually do, Oh, yawn! Excuse me. I can actually, do this now. Since I have, seeds to use. There we go. Let them go ahead and build that up. Nice. Let's see here. Bone bolts. Oh shit, I should probably go check. Well, it should be fine, but regardless. But yeah. There is a lot to this game, though. Like, even the adventure mode alone has a lot of interesting aspects to it, where you can make your own character, go to different cities, get quests. I have to say, though, I always loathe it when you get a quest to go into, like, the sewers or underground caves of a city, and it's like, you can get down there relatively easily, but if you kind of walk around for a while, good luck finding your way back to where you came from. Because that sure as heck ain't happening. Let's see here. One of them is worshipping. How are we doing here? We just need a little bit more value in that room, and they will have a functioning guild hall. Have they built... They did build a statue. Let's go ahead and... Let's turn off planning mode. Build a decent quality table there. Excellent. And hopefully that'll give them what they need for that. Also, hopefully they'll empty out all of the rocks that are, the stones that are currently littering that room. I mean, literally when they first announced that game, my first thought was, you know, straight up, oh great, it's Dwarf Fortress the Shooter. Let's go mine some shit and shoot some bugs. So, yes. Oh, my dock is currently passed out in the middle of the hallway here, I guess. How is... Wait, did we finish all those? We did not. You know what? Let's go ahead and build a couple more carpenter workshops up here. As much as I don't want to build any more workshops above ground here, it's like, you know what? To hell with it. Alright, let me check my settings. Not settings. Let me check my ammunition stocks here. Oh, God. So, yeah, we have 2,528. I think I let that go a little bit too long here. Let's cancel that now. So, we have 2,500 copper bolts. I don't think we're going to be needing any more copper bolts for a while. Oh, boy. How's my bone bolts, though? We also have a couple... About 1,000 plus bone bolts, which is good. How's my bars, though? We probably chewed up... Yeah, we chewed up a pretty decent amount of our copper bars. We still have a lot, though. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and craft the adamantine boots that I need to do. We'll do 2 for that. That should be good. Excellent. Oh, there goes the jester, apparently. It's an elf poet that looks like a jester. I just love how many people are hanging out in this tavern. I did not expect this when I built that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. And all of these right here, all of these rooms are dedicated to the tavern, and they're all sold out. My best dwarf right now is, for combat at least, is Voron, simply because he managed to kill 2 forgotten beasts, one of which was kind of easy because it was literally like a blob, and he just stabbed it, I think, twice, and it died. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress on the other side. There was actually, there's another game that I very much so liked. It's based off of a book series, The Dwarves, which was also a nice little game as well. I never got around to finishing it, but it is a fun little game. Ragnar, yeah. But yeah, if I go to, let's see here, where is Voron? Voron, Beastslayer, Captain of the Guard. Status, kills. So he killed Thudel the Forgotten Beast in 86, and he also killed the Hollow, as well as a cave crocodile. Dude was a 2.5 dwarves high, as legendary in every stat, 250 notable kills. Holy crap! How? How on earth did he manage to get something like that? Damn. That is pretty beastly there. Relationships. Her husband's a miner. One-year-old beat a 15-year-old ass. Oh, boy. I don't even know what to say there. He died to fire. Aww. Always make sure your dwarves have a shield so that they can protect themselves from fire. Doesn't matter if it's made out of wood, it still does the job. It is a very detailed and deep game. Like, one system in this game right now that I'm not even using is the minecart system. So you can actually, if I go into designations here, I can actually carve, capital T, I can carve mine tracks, and I can then set those to go down ramps as well, and have it so that they will fill minecarts and bring them up to wherever I need them to. And with the Steam version, they've actually refined that further and made it not only look sexier, but actually operate a lot better. Surroundings caught on fire, and he dove into it. Yeah, that's dwarves for you. That's the one downside of... Oh, yeah. Actually, that reminds me. That is actually one aspect as well that I would love to see get added to Dwarf Fortress for the military is formations. Because the issue with even melee dwarves right now, as they exist in Dwarf Fortress, is because they all have different levels of strength and potentially different gear, they all run at different speeds. So, typically speaking, if you try and set up your dwarf somewhere to fight a group of, say, goblins or something, one dwarf will always get there alone, by himself, charge into the enemy, and die immediately, and then the rest of the dwarves finally catch up and then finish beating up the goblins or whatever the case might be. So, having them go into, slowly move forward in a formation, and then at a certain point attack, swarm and attack together, would be fantastic, and that would massively increase the survivability of the dwarves. But unfortunately, that does not work right now. Oh, did they actually dig this out yet? Let's see here. They still have not. I thought I made this passable. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I forgot I floored that in. Tales of a legendary warrior who single-handedly took out all the elves. I would assume that would be in a siege, not all the elves entirely, because that would be ridiculous. We have a lot of light idlers right now. There we go, if you don't mind building that quickly. Friend had a dwarf who single-handedly killed 10,000 elves? Wow. Damn. That is rather impressive. But yeah, if you armor up a dwarf enough with, you know, a full set of adamantine and then maybe like steel chain or something, and a good leather robe, then yeah, you could do some good damage. No? He was full steel legendary in every stat. Damn. Yeah, I find that most of my forts die to lag before I get even remotely close to doing legendary in all stats. Indeed, have yourself a good one, mate. See you next time. I will 100% be here on Tuesday all day as soon as the game releases. We will see how that goes. I know the devs are, well, more so the publishers are currently giving out some keys to creators for access to it, which I believe is giving them like straight up access into the game right now. Not 100%, but
No, I can't do it.
yep. You have a good one, Mont. If you're heading out as well. What can you not do? What are you having issues? Oh, yes, plum helmet spawn, of course. So I am hoping I would manage to get access to it early, but I'm not holding my breath for that being the case. That would be nice, but well, we'll see how things turn out. But regardless, I should probably call things somewhat soon here for today. How are things looking down here? I'm hoping that we... You know what? Let me actually test this out then. Problem is, if all the upper floors are the same, then it might not matter as much. Let's try... Resume. And we will build in the doors there and see how that goes. Nice. I mean, one of the things they did specify was that the amount of followers that you have won't necessarily reflect it, so even people that have, you know, 1,000 followers could potentially end up getting it. It's like, you never know. So it's pretty open for that, which is nice, but we'll see what happens. They put out a tweet about it. Let me, here, I'll find the link here. Give me a hot second. Let's see here. I voted. Apparently. They're doing the AMA on Reddit right now. Let's see. They're making a documentary on it. Yes. Here we go. Copy link. If I could actually pull up in the right tab, that would help. There you go. The link to it's in there. If you click on it too, they even specify on there. Let me pull this open again. Yeah, they already have my response, so I can't reapply slash at least see the default thing for that. But yeah, either way, feel free to apply, and you never know. That's how anything goes with something like that. It's like you never lose anything by trying. So why not? Right, how is this doing? Looks like I'm gonna need maybe a few more statues in here or something. Let's see. Let's do a statue of narwhals, because why the heck not? Let's have a statue of narwhals.
Yes, I'll do it, but no, I don't.
Are we out of logs? Oh, we're actually out of candy as well. I should probably mine some more candy. Except we are now at the point where I'm going to have to dig in here. Go. We can have them mine out everything in here. Resume. Go, my minions. I swear, that tavern is just a massive party. Oh, hey!
I'm going to keep this.
Oh, what'd you get attached to? Chief Medical Dwarf grew attached to his copper crossbow. I gotta love that my Chief Medical Dwarf in her spare time loves to just grab her crossbow, go out and hunt random things. And I also find it funny that we now have 3 goblin poets in our tavern. I swear. Looks like the majority of the bed chambers have been done. Let's go ahead and chop down a group of trees here. They're not very well-grown trees yet, so I'm only going to get like 1 or 2 logs per, but I need logs, damn it, so I'll take what I can get. Dangerous terrain. Where's the dangerous terrain? What's going on here? Oh, I see. Yes, you do not have to keep doing that now. We are good to go. Speaking of which, can I start this up again now? Or no, I'm still putting the doors in place. Once I get these doors in place, then I will start it up again, because I'm hoping that that'll make a difference. But we'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up the chamber again here. So 7, let's go down here. Pull now, please. Thank you. Let's go ahead and open. That should be the main. It is the main. Okay, good. So that way we can reflood this chamber in preparation for it.
I said no.
Yes, I know you need logs. Go chop down some trees then, damn it. They are working on it, but anyway. Oh, you're still here. Oh, no. I will be leaving soon, though. Yes, I will. I do need to leave soon. Relatively soon. Do we really not have any farmers right now? Like, what the heck? What are you people doing? What's going on here? Alright. Did we not? I could have swore we trapped a cave crocodile, but I guess it was a toad. Let's go ahead and try taming that giant toad, because why not? Everything's looking good in here. Oh, we're out of power. Our power plant has run out of water. Nice. Let's go ahead and pull that switch so we can get our power plant running again. Come on now, any of you dwarves, come on down and flip a switch. No time for stress. Alright, pull that again. I'm going to go ahead and re-enable that to be pumped manually. Double check here. Yep, we're filling up the chambers. All the doors are in place, so let's, I'm going to start off by closing the main, and we're also going to open up, we're just going to have the room flood out, basically. What do we have in the area that we're hunting? Apparently they're either hunting, and they must be hunting the cave croc, which is, like, probably not the best idea, but okay. I should probably get this dug out a bit more so we're not going to flood in here. There we go. Miners will get that done. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's funny too because somebody criticized me earlier about that, and I was like, if I get it for free, more than likely what I'm just going to end up doing is buying an extra copy to give away. It's like, I'm not so cheap that I'm just going to take it for free and be like, well, that's it, thanks guys, peace out, you know. No, I'm actually going to do the work to earn it. I mean, it's unfortunate that I'm no longer in the position I used to be where I would just buy, like, you know, 5 or 6 copies of the game and then just give them away. Because yes, that is a good draw to bring people in, but at the same time, it's like that's not necessarily sustainable. So even now the water is still getting in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove these then, because that's not going to make a difference. I ended up getting a house. That's what changed. Things change quite a bit when you have a lot more expensive bills on hand. When I was just saving up money to get a house, it was slightly different. Now it all goes towards that beast. Oh, the joys. Yay! Spring has arrived. I'm still surprised. We are in, like... When did we start here? I think we started in 85. We're now up to 87. The spring of 87. And I have yet to get a goblin invasion. What the hell? Uh-oh. Oh, no. The stray hen died. I wonder why. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. Let's see here. Refuse. Let me actually go ahead and do... Oops. Am I hitting the wrong one? What is the bin? Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That's why I'm looking for you. And we'll queue up some more beds. We'll do 30 more beds. That should be good. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Should have stayed living in some random person's attic. Yes. Yes. I've tried living in tiny homes and had gardens all around the place. I actually, to be completely honest, I got really, really lucky with this place. Like, for the amount of money I paid, I got a really, like, sizable backyard. Like, most new houses and such in the area around here, you get a little postage stamp for a backyard. But I actually got a pretty massive backyard. I need a gardener. I am planning on building one next year. But first things first, I have to kind of tear up my yard a little bit because the previous owner, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they wanted to wire up some lights along the path to the back, which has a fireplace. The problem is, they took raw wire and put it into the ground attached to a timer. So I have to now pull out, and in the process of tearing down a tree and grinding the stump grinder actually tore up some of that wire. So I now have to rip out all of that wire from the ground and then probably put a proper PVC pipe leading to the back and have it, be accessible. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to run some actual proper piping and redo that properly. And then bury that. Yep, infinite wisdom right there, yep. And this is the same issue because the guy before them, or maybe a couple, because there's been a lot of owners to this house, he put in a irrigation system, so because he worked for a landscaping company. So he put in this irrigation system, and unfortunately in the process of either digging up part of the plot or whatever the case might be, sections of the piping got dug up out of the ground, so it's popped up out of the ground, and yeah, who knows. It's just, I guess it's just a hot property. I have no idea. Or maybe they saw it as kind of a, because it is a 70s house, so maybe they saw it as kind of a stepping stone going up to something else. Who knows, to be honest. Let me go ahead and get all these assigned as bedrooms here. Because I have all of these rooms, and I have yet to actually assign them as bedrooms. Right, let's go ahead and get these ones done. But yeah, so unfortunately I did try testing out that system this summer, and it doesn't work. It's old, it doesn't work. I'm not going to bother wasting the time and money to kind of get it fixed, so I'm probably eventually going to end up just kind of tearing it up as well. Yeah, that was one of the aspects of this house as well, where I got really lucky in the sense that the only issues that it had were minor. There were no foundational issues, no major fixes that needed to be done. It was all like a matter of replacing the flooring in the main kind of main floor. And that was mostly just because the job that was done previously was kind of shoddy. And technically I still have to fix the flooring that was put in. Because there were a few, because we were kind of in a hurry to get it done, so we kind of skipped in a couple of locations with setting it up properly. So I do need to redo a part of it. But overall, pretty darn nice. And also, when they put the new doors and, I think it was, yeah, doors and some of the windows in, they kind of hacked into the wall and just kind of slapped the door in and didn't properly seal around the edges of it. So I had to fix some of that last summer, where I had to take some brick molding and put it up along the door because it was just horrible. They had like gouges into the siding from the saw. Yeah, flooring is honestly not that difficult. You just need a good saw, a couple of tools, and you're pretty much good to go. But the biggest issue when it comes to doing flooring right is you have to figure out where to start it properly so that you're adjusting for corridors and things like that so that it flows properly and you're not having any issues along the line, halfway down the line. Alright, I think I have most of these bedrooms, or most of these assigned as bedrooms now, which is good. So hopefully a lot of our dwarves will be happier in actually occupying those bedrooms now. But yeah. A lot of minor things to do though, that's the thing. It's like you really... There's always more work to be done. The work never ends when you own a house. Okay, good. Let's open up the flood and let it begin.
There's nothing more to
I guess I might as well... Oops, nope. Go remove that specifically, that one, and this one. And I will rebuild them as stairways. Rebuild them as proper stairs. There we go. And hopefully people will actually haul that stuff out of the way here again. Still working on it. Oh, petitions available. Wishes to reside for the purposes of entertaining citizens. Sure, why not? I love how, like, half the resident... It almost feels like half the residents in this place are poets and bards. It's not quite that bad because some of them do leave eventually. I should probably redesignate... What is it? There we go. Excellent. Probably should redesignate. Fuck, there goes my brain again. Clearly, I've already been going too long here today. I've had a lot of way too many things I had to fix today. Oh boy. Oh boy, my brain is not functioning nearly as well as it could be right now. Okay, that's good. Good. Build. And there we go. Yeah, it was built pretty well, although the one I guess the one major downside that I'm gonna have to work on at some point here is electrical based, because I don't know what the logic was, but in the main basement room I have a pot light in the corner, like 6 wall sconces along the wall. I've got the typical tube lights, at least 3 or 4 of those going down the center of the room. Then there's a what the heck, a ceiling fan, plus, well, ceiling fan light, I should say. Then there's 2 bar lights. Then there's another light in the back corner, which is the tube lights. So it's like, and along the bottom of the wall is like 20 different sockets. There are like 16 different sockets. Like every wall has like 4 or 5 different sockets. It's like, exactly how many lights do you need and how many sockets do you need? Like each wall maybe needs 1 or 2 sockets, not like 4 sockets. Uh, so much, like half of my breaker is dedicated to the basement. It's kind of sad. And I really need to recover some breaker panels. Or I could always just expand the breaker, but either way. That is something that needs to be worked on at some point.
Something more to catch.
So let's hold on a second. I want to see you. I want to see your thoughts here. Was content being near to a waterfall. So that's what I wanted to see there. Part of me is like I might have to redesign that a bit. But I'm not sure exactly how to do it. But, we'll see how it goes. Alright. I am not sure what else I really want to accomplish right now. At least we don't have very many idlers, which is good. His main room is done. Actually, we should be able to engrave the floors now. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these guys. The guild hall. I completely forgot about that, so we still do not have enough value in here, apparently. Let's engrave the floors. Let's go ahead and dump all of this. Get it out of here. Hopefully I like how this one is just brown. I don't know why. He's a monster slayer. What is he? Why must they be so violent? So he is a dwarf, but it's like... is he just naked and covered in mud? Like... Or he's just covered in all brown gear or something. I have no idea, but it's kind of funny. And he's always there, too. He's... Half of the USA's energy crisis centralized locally in my basement. Yeah, pretty much. It's funny, too, because... What they decided to do was... They took, like, dropped ceiling tiles, and rather than putting in a dropped ceiling so you can actually, you know, access things like wires and such like that, you know, in your basement ceiling. They essentially decided to just nail them into the wood. So they nailed the tiles into that. So in order to even access anything, I have to tear down those tiles. Yeah, isn't that freaking brilliant? I shit you not, that's what they did. Alright, let's get some more statues in here too, just because the engravers might be taking their sweet time. Mm-hmm. Yep, they took little, what's it called? Ah, shit, I can't even remember at this point. Yeah, they just took the little nails and just hammered it in. Yeah, it's very interesting design. And also, the funny thing is, too, the bar lights were attached to a couple of 2x4s that were not properly secured to the roof. So there's actually, like, half of it is just hanging, which is hilarious. And the one wall that they have kind of separating the little storage space next to that area is a floating wall. So it is also not secured to anything. Oh, and the vents that are down there for that area, for that room, aren't even proper vents. They're the, like, 2x10s or something. So they're those, like, long vents. So I can't even shut those vents if I want to redirect the air at all. Also, the elves are here, so yay. Let's move some goods to the depot, sort by value. Let's see if I can find some prepared food pots. Here's a couple. That's literally all I need, but let's get 3 of them. 3 prepared... You know what? Yeah, that should be good. 3 prepared food pots. Yep. I actually got it for a steal, honestly. I really did. So, and considering, like, those issues, honestly, are all minor and not that difficult to really fix. They're really not. And for, like, what was it? Most houses around the area are going for, like, 300 plus, and I got it for, I think, what was it, 270, 279, I believe. Oh, Forgotten Beast Smefu has come, a towering blob composed of snow. It has wings and it undulates rhythmically. Let's send the Beast Slayer down to fight this thing. Military alert, but I will have the archers go to their posts. Oh, here he comes. There goes my legendary boy. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, God. Whoops. Whoops. Seems to be a slight flaw in my design there right now. It seems to be killing off a lot of dwarves. We have the first mass slaughter of dwarves, and it's all because of, whoops. They're getting... Oh, God. Yes, they're getting swept away right now. Somebody please hit the levers. Oh, God, the dwarves. The dwarves. That's not good. So set that as priority 1, actually. That's a big F right there. They all got swept away and drowned. This is the perfect music for this time. Yeah, this is definitely the perfect tune for this unfortunate series of events. Here, let me crank that up. Doop derp 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 derp.
I have a wondrous invention idea.
At least we got a Fey mood. That's one thing to be happy about. Derp 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 derp. There is a reason I have also go by the Derp Lord. Oh boy. I may have to rethink my my pyramid waterfall design if this is gonna be the shenanigans that's gonna happen there. But also that should be easier to manage, so we should be fine, honestly. Yes.
You there, this workshop's mine now.
Let's see. Okay, good. It's like, weren't we supposed to be fighting a forgotten beast? Like, what happened here? Never mind, I think it's dead. This is my fight too. This might require an answer. So he basically killed it in one shot. So if I look at you... Yep. Oh wow, you've actually also killed 2 Forgotten Beasts. Oh wow. We have another champion here, it seems. Who is this? So, Zas. Here, let me... Let's go ahead and rename that. There you go. Congratulations, you are now the you are now the owner of the God Bow. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and even do that. Let's see here. Customize profession name. The God Bow. Submit. You need a new room. We need to get another noble's quarters going on here for that that champion-like ability. Alright, same as before. Let's make sure it's bare minimum a exceptional, if not mastercraft bed. Chair. Armor stand. Where is that thing? Weapon rack. There we go. Container. Same thing. Oh, we don't have any cabinets. I'm gonna have to fix that. Unit M. Make another 30 rock cabinets, please, at least. Oh, we actually are making some. They just aren't making them for some reason. Awkward. But not affiliate. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like... There was a reason why I chose not to enable it. I really should enable it here relatively soon. I think it was because of the exclusivity clause or something like that, where essentially with how it was worded, I was only allowed, if I enabled it, I was only technically allowed to stream to Twitch, and then anything could then be uploaded a day later or something like that onto YouTube. But considering I streamed to multiple platforms at the time, I was just like, no, I don't want to have to agree to that. Or there were some other technicalities along those lines, which is why I chose not to do it. They legally can't do anything. Yeah, that was... I think that was why I chose not to, but yeah. Oh, you were streaming both? Yeah. I really should enable it. I have the option to. I think I will. Maybe I'll do that later tonight, actually. But yeah. Alrighty then. Yeah, and honestly, the funny thing was they've removed a lot of their restrictions that they had too, which some people have said is kind of a bad move for them because essentially YouTube pays more and has a better potential service among other things. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, pretty much. Let's go ahead and get a door in place here. Those aren't restricted. Okay. Assign to go. Excellent. Beautiful. They're taking a loss on YouTube so it can gain customers. But, yeah. Add customers. That's basically it, too, is that YouTube, like, Twitch is really screwing up a lot with its, how it's handling things, because they are just destroying people with ads right now. They're really heavily pushing ads. And the issue is that if you watch somebody live on Twitch, you have to wait through sometimes 3 or 4 ads, and especially if people like they are being encouraged to, you know, stream to play multiple ads throughout the time that they're streaming, you might get additional ads on top of that, like a minute's worth of ads or something, or a couple minutes worth of ads. Whereas with YouTube, if you watch like one ad, you know, one set of ads, and then you switch over to, and that the problem is that if you switch between one Twitch like channel and another, you're gonna again get bombarded with more and more ads. Whereas with YouTube, if you watch ads, YouTube knows, hey, you just watched an ad. So if you switch from one creator to another creator in a short amount of time, you will not get spammed with additional ads. So it will only hit you once for those ads. But with freaking Twitch, if you switch to different channels, you're just gonna keep getting slapped, which is mildly annoying. Okay, good. We got a guild hall now, so it has been we managed to meet that goal. We can actually become the capital. Let's actually do that. So I actually already gave them a massive amount of offerings. Our architecture is already through the roof. So we already basically have the what we need to become the capital. We just need to be upgraded to a barony and so on. Indeed. Yeah, exactly. Just randomly getting in the ad every now and then, too, where you don't even have the choice. Well, the problem is that in a lot of cases, they're implementing things so that ad block is less effective. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to now bury all of the dwarves that I drowned. Or create tombs for all the dwarves that I accidentally drowned. So, it looks like, I think 3 of them drowned. So, Shorast, Ineth, and I'm not sure who else. Doduk. Mason. Let's get some slabs going. Yep. Oh, he actually already has a slab engraved, apparently. So, Ineth, Shorast, and Zephron. As well as Smepsu? I'm not even going to try that. So, I will need another tomb. Oh boy. You know what? I think... Yeah, exactly. Opera GX? Yeah, I actually did download that, but that was mostly because I was having some issues with certain work websites that were not behaving. And then eventually they just kind of did before I could even install it and try it. But yeah. Oh, are you still hanging out in here? Go back to training. Sorry, I forgot to disable you guys. Whoops, my bad. Alright. But honestly, I think I should probably call things here for now, because I do gotta go here shortly. Gotta finish prepping supper and all that jazz. So, either way, we definitely learned a precautionary tale about my waterfall system. So I'm kind of gonna have to debate on whether or not I want to keep the waterfall system in place or abandon it. Yeah, we could. There's not too many, but yeah, sure. Let's see if I can. Let me pull up my page here. If it would be ever so kind. Because why not? It's been a while since I have attempted to do that. Let's open a new tab. Please do not start auto-playing something.
Like,
And you auto-played something, you monster. Oh, hey. Looks like Blind is actually live right now as well. Learning Twitch and playing Dwarf Fortress. There's a couple people here. I don't know what I'm doing. That's a funny one there, too. Oh, that's a premium release countdown. So there's not too many lo-fi beats to strike the earth, too. Oh, that's funny. Sure, why the hell not? Let's go with that one. Let's see if I can actually... if it'll let me here. There we go. So yeah, we will go for further reading, and I will call things there for now. So thank you very much for watching there, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Have yourselves... Hey, Sidfu, welcome, mate. You came at just the wrong time, my friend. I'm just about to call things for now. But yes, have yourselves a great one, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow with probably some Stardeus. Thursday will likely be more Dwarf Fortress, and of course, Tuesday will be the big stream with the release. Till then, have a great one, everybody. And away we go. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Dive, dive, dive. Alright. And peace out for now, everybody.